Today we're shooting with the greatest camera rig ever made for photography, which is obviously this Pentax K100D Super with a kit lens on it. I mean, what else did you expect, like a Sony A1 or a Canon R3? Anyway, I'm making another video about this Pentax. You guys seem to enjoy watching the last videos that I made, and it's super fun for me to make them, so I figured I'll just make another one. Let's start testing this camera. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not really feeling like filming this video. I'm feeling pretty down, but since I told myself that I'm going to create a video every single week, I gotta push through and film this one. And I honestly think that once it'll be done, I'll feel better, because motivation is something you create and not something that you get from outside resources. You can get it from outside resources, but doing is what actually leads to motivation. So hopefully when I'll finish filming this video, I'll feel better. Using this camera is way harder than I remember it being. I think maybe it even got more problems than the last time. For some reason I can't see what shutter I'm using, what aperture I'm using when I'm shooting. That's pretty bad. Also, the weather today isn't ideal for this camera, because since it got such a small sensor and it's pretty old, 15 years old, so it needs a lot of light or else the photos are going to look like shit. And right now the sun is behind the clouds, so there's really not a lot of light, so that's fun. Alright, I have some news, and that is today's shoot is a total failure. I got some shots with the Pentax. I'm not really sure what shots I'm getting with it, because for some reason the exposure is not what the settings say. So I can be at shutter 100, f8, ISO 200, and the photo will be overexposed, and the next photo that takes the next click that I press on the shutter, it can be underexposed. So I'm not really sure what's happening with the Pentax. It's pretty old, maybe some bugs are starting to appear, and also, like I said earlier, today there's no light, and this camera loves light, so it's having a very hard time focusing and taking photos. So I didn't get a lot of photos, but I got some nice ones. I got, I think, at least one shot that I like. And the important thing is that I went out and did something. I'm still feeling pretty terrible, but sometimes it happens, and I'm just going to head home, and I'll just talk to you once I'll arrive in my room. Yes. Looking at the photos we got today, they're pretty decent, or even more than decent, if you consider the fact they were taken on a 15-year-old camera with tons of problems in non-ideal weather conditions. I'm quite happy with that, honestly. When it comes to the video, it sort of falls apart. I didn't really film a lot of interesting things because, like I said, I wasn't feeling very well. Apparently I had food poisoning, and also I got a bit frustrated with the Pentax not really working very well. All of these things combined just led to this video being a bit shorter, which is a good thing, but also way less informative than I first wanted it to be, so I'll just have to make another video. In the future, I'd like to make more videos about the Pentax and get new lenses for it. Someone commented on my last video that the lens I have on it right now, the kit lens, isn't doing it any justice, and I can get that because it's a pretty bad lens. So if you have any recommendations for lenses you think I should use on it, please let me know down in the comments below, because that's something I'd like to try. I think it's super fun shooting with it, even though it got a lot of problems. It's part of the challenge, and I enjoy challenging myself when it comes to photography. If you enjoyed watching this video and you want to help me out, you can leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell, maybe follow me on Instagram, do whatever you want. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye! This was probably the worst take out of them all.
Shalom.